Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I would like to be teaching you some of the machines I normally teach my clients who are just beginning into the gym and don't know what to do in their kind of routine. So I normally like to explain to them push, leg or lower body and pull days. I just want to go around the gym. Normally we'll use these certain machines. Let's start with chest or push stuff today. Let's get started. All right. Okay, so let's start off with one of the machines. This is the chest press machine. So you'll see what kind of machines they are. They have their name written. And normally they will have basically a animation of how it would go. So that's what you would want to do here. Just read all the safety stuff. But basically when you see a machine like this, I want you to know that there are handles around right here. So you can see that people can go all the way back from here, but I suggest not doing that. Try to just go, I mean, for beginners, I like to just tell them to just go all the way away from your chest, like the furthest away from your chest, just so that you can be careful not to, let's say, if you're pushing really hard, you're gonna tear a muscle on your shoulder. That's why I want to just have it all the way here so you can just focus on activating your chest. Of course, you just want to get a little bit of a stretch on the chest, but not too much. But this way is like the most safest for beginners. Just kind of play around. Uh, Move it to the highest. So this is just one side. We have two. You gotta move this one all the way. So like let's say it's over here, just move it all the way. Now the next thing you want to be able to adjust is the seat. So you can see a handle down here and it basically tells you or shows you the numbers of what you need. So it shows you the number of how many seats you want to adjust. If you're a shorter person, let's say I'm 5'8.5", and I am comfortable having the seat all the way up here. So if you're shorter than me, make sure you just give the seat all the way on the top. So just pull this lever, and basically it's pretty heavy, so you want to use two hands and raise it up, and then let go. And then last thing to remember is that when you adjust the seat, always press down on it. If you do not press down on it, and if it's not locked, you're gonna really just face palm on the floor. So yeah. So now on to the actual workout. So we got our chest press to number 5, which is the furthest away from my chest. And basically what you want to do is lean back. Your head can be against the chair if you want, and then you want to try to contract your chest. A lot of people make this mistake that they use their triceps more. But easy way for you to remember how to contract your chest is to just think of holding a ball, and you're trying to squeeze that ball together, like holding it outside here with two hands and just contracting it so that you can feel the chest activated. Once you feel that chest activated, you can know how to play with this machine. So when you press, you're kind of just pushing and trying to squeeze that ball as you come up. So when you squeeze that ball, you come up and you will feel that chest activate. Sometimes the speed also matters. So let's say your tempo is way too slow. That's going to put a lot of strain on your triceps. So what I like to recommend for beginners is if they can just push as fast as they can to the top and then hold that top for like a second or two to squeeze the chest even more, and then slowly bring it back as your chest relaxes. You should feel that stretch on the chest so that you'll feel more on the chest than your triceps. Now, why do I want to work out the chest more than the tricep first? It's because your chest is a bigger muscle. It takes up this entire area while your triceps only take up a certain amount. And that's a very small muscle. You want to be efficient at burning fat, gaining muscle. You want to be training the biggest muscle first before you go to the smaller one. So that's why I don't want people going to do bicep curls, tricep extension in the beginning of the workout, because if they work out their arms first, how the hell are they going to work out the bigger muscles, right? Because you're going to need to use those areas in order for you to push the bigger muscles. So so when we're here, I like to grab it as close to me as possible so my thumb is wrapped around here. As you can see, I like to grab it around here, wrap around here, and then when I push, at least that way I can contract my chest as I push like this. When it's too far apart, I might not be able to feel the feeling on my chest, so I want to grab it close. Of course, everyone has a different body type, so just feel it the way that you like. So if you're a type of person who needs to feel it on the way out, do it that way. But most of the times I have success with a lot of clients that they feel it more when they are closer together, because when they bring it all the way out, they are in a situation where they're bringing their arms together. So that's why I want that to happen. Now, as for the weights, you can adjust the weights here. A lot of people I want people to do a weight that they are kind of modest to. So like in terms of the amount of weight that you want to get is about like, let's say I want you to do around 5 to 10 sets and 15 to 20 repetitions with 30 seconds rest in between. So that 15 to 20 repetitions. So I want you to do at least 12, and then the 13, 14, and 15 of the rep should be really kind of difficult for you to do. Not so difficult where you start playing with one arm over the other, but somewhat difficult that you actually need to grunt a little bit or like, show a facial expression, and that you will know that it will be the weight for you. So if it's too light, you get up to 15 reps, that will be too light of a weight. So you want to go and increase the weight. So for this kind of machine, everything on the left would be off. So you want to put it on, you go to the right, and you will be able to see how many pounds you were just doing. So that will be it for the chest press. Hopefully I covered everything you need to know. There are different versions of chest press. There's one across from me. This is another type of chest press that you can see at the gym. So if you encounter a chest press like this and not the other one, this is a similar concept. The handles to adjust would be down here is 3, 2, 1. You want to again go 3, which is furthest away from your chest. There's another side. You want to do that again over here. So that's how you adjust the 3. And then again, the seat here, you just grab, and then there are numbers down there. You could tell, and then you just sit and just do your chest press like normal. So those are the two machines for chest presses. If you have these two variations, you can do them the same way. Now let's move on to the incline chest press. So now we're gonna try to go over to the incline chest press. This is gonna be a different part of your chest. The one we just did earlier was just your chest on the horizontal axis. Now we're gonna try to go with the little strips up here. Anyways, so you want to look for something like this. Again, you want to look for the name of the machine. Name of the machine. It's right here, the Hammer Strength Incline Press. So again, you will see the positioning of how to finish this machine right here. If you need a little bit more guidance, I'll tell you. So here are some of the weights. So sometimes you will see 2 weights on one machine. You have to adjust both sides for each side of the arm. So it's gonna go with a little lighter, just put all the way here. And sometimes you might see someone who has an extra 5 pounds. So sometimes there is a lever here for adding extra weight. You just want to take that off if you cannot handle more than 10. Normally for incline chest press, people will be struggling at 10 pounds. So just keep it there as a beginner. So just bring it up and you'll be set for both sides, okay? And then for the chair, this one, you don't have to put it all the way up. This one is actually better if you were a little bit on the halfway side, like kind of down, not too low, but not too high. But you'll see the positioning when you're here. So let's get started with this machine. All right, so basically the same concept as the other one, where you are squeezing, you're holding the handle at the edge of the machine, and you just push up and you're squeezing again, like you're squeezing the ball that you're holding that I have showed you before, where you squeeze the little circle and try to squeeze and contract the chest. So you want to push fast on the way up, slowly on the way down. And again, when you're pushing fast on the way up, you are trying to release that energy from the chest and not just the arms. Again, this varies from people to people. Sometimes, pushing it's too slow, they will feel their arms, sometimes not. But again, I have a lot of experience in this. If you push too slow, you're just using a lot of triceps. So try to, if you're feeling a lot of triceps, again, remember to push fast on the way up and then slowly back down as you stretch out that chest. Okay, so that would be it for the incline machine. So now we're gonna go with the pectoral fly machine. So this one right here would be the pectoral fly machine. It's gonna have the name over here. So there's a difference between a machine that looks like this and a machine that looks like that. This one can also do the pectoral fly, but I suggest not to do it because your shoulders are gonna be at a vulnerable position when you have it too straight out. I want you to try to strive for the pectoral fly machine that is specific for the pectoral fly. So again, remember what I have said, you look for the handle and try to move it away from your chest as much as possible so you do not overstretch your shoulders. A lot of people make the mistake and they end up tearing their shoulder and they basically cannot lift anymore. So that would be the adjustment. Again, I like to have the seat all the way up here just to make sure that my elbows and hands can reach the pads here and the handles there. So again, for this machine, all the weights are on this side. All right. So I only have one hand, so I can only do it one side, but for you, you try to grab it for both sides, and then you go and squeeze your chest like this. This one, you should be able to feel your chest a lot more. Like if you can't feel your chest for the chest press or the incline chest press, this one, you're definitely gonna feel it. You'll not feel it. So this one is a good indicator of how to activate your chest if you want to start out. Just squeeze and then down. So you want to try to squeeze both sides as much as possible. Again, hold that for about 1 to 2 seconds, and you'll be able to feel that chest. For your leg positioning, this is how you should position your leg. You're going to push against that area, and then you should have enough force to generate this movement. Now, I noticed that some people are a little bit on the shorter side, so they won't be able to have their basically elbows on the pad and the hands up here. Like you want to not be too high up. If you're too high up in this position, you're going to be straining your shoulders, and I don't want that. You want to be at least down here, your elbows pointing down, and your hands grabs. Now, if you're on the shorter side, obviously you won't be able to grab the handle, and so what you would do, you would try to grab it by the pad, like right here. You grab it by the pad. So you grab it by the pad here, basically here, and then you go. If you're on the shorter side, that's the best way you can do with the machines. Of course, the machines aren't built for everyone, and that's why free weights exist. But yeah, if you are able to get it into a correct position, this is a good exercise to train your pectoral major and basically have those elbows down. Do not be too high up. You're too high up, you're gonna tear that shoulder, and we don't want that. Okay, so that will be the pectoral fly. And now we want to go again to the next machine. So this is another machine that you could do for the pectoral fly. And I want to show you why you don't want to do this machine for your pectoral fly. So now, when you're extended to this position and you try to pull, now it's okay for small weights, but if you have a lot of heavy weights, when you try to do this, your lever is so long, you're putting a lot of tension into your shoulders, and you don't want that. You're going to tear something. So you want to bring it close so that you can handle more weight. You can increase the amount of weight and also increase the amount of mass you put on your chest, because pectoral fly is a chest exercise, not a shoulder exercise. So if you want to do your shoulders, you do another exercise for your shoulders. So that's why I don't want you coming here and doing this. More advanced lifters, you're able to do it easily without injuring yourself. But for beginners, I suggest staying away from this machine if you're trying it. Now, the next machine to finish off the chest day or your push day is your shoulder press. So this is a machine that you would do for your shoulders. I like to grab it here. I don't like to grab it too here. Again, this puts you at a vulnerable position for your shoulders. If you ever have shoulder injuries or you want to protect that shoulder, you don't want to grab it out here. If it's okay for you, like let's say your anatomy allows it, then you can grab it here to get a better feel for it, because this is a little bit more advanced. You get more weight on here and it changes shoulders a little bit more. But you want to be safe, you grab by the inner one so that you could implement some triceps and shoulder at the same time. And you're also working your front delts. So you have 3 deltoids. You got your back one, you got your front, and you got your lateral. For the machines, I suggest just sticking with just working the front deltoid. The lateral raises, I had some problems with. Some clients came to me, they don't feel good when they do lateral raises with the machine. So I'm not going to teach that here. So you're not going to do any lateral raises on the machines, so I'm not going to show you it. But for the shoulder press, this one is safe. You will not have much of a problem. So basically, you grab it by here and you press straight up. Okay, remember to just do both arms, not one arm. I'm not even looking at the weight, and I could still do it. That was 85 pounds. But yeah, so sometimes you encounter a machine like this. Basically, this says an add additional 10 pounds. You want to be rotating it to 0 if you cannot add that 10 pounds, and adjust it by pulling this out and then pushing it to your lowest one so that you can get it to whatever weight that you can handle. Again, every machine has a name, and that would be the name, shoulder press. So yeah, that would be it for your push day or the beginning sessions for chest day or your push day. So I suggest doing this for all beginners. Like you never set foot into a gym. This is the rotation I want you to have so that you can build a better foundation so you don't just break. And again, if you have a bad foundation, you build on top of a bad foundation, you're going to get injured. You want to start slow, start easy, and then work your way up. You want to build that neuromuscular connection first before you do anything heavy like the free weights and things like that, where we get more advanced stuff. Some people can progress quicker. Some people need a little bit more time. So it really depends on you. So don't feel discouraged that you don't progress as fast as someone else. Everybody is different, and nobody in the gym is judging you. So uh, try not to think that people are watching you or anything like that. It makes you anxious and stressed, and you will not end up working out. Try to take that away. Everybody here is supportive. They're here for a reason. They are working out just like you, and they want to get their goals met. So a lot of people are more supportive than they are angry at you for being here. So, all right, let's go to the next one. Okay, sometimes in the free weights area, you will see another incline press that I showed you earlier. This one is going to look like this, where you have to put weights on the side. You have the name incline press. So it's different from the machine that I just showed you. Basically, you have to put big weights on here to be able to use them. And the seat, you adjust it from here, just put it up, and basically you're doing the same thing. So you're going to be grabbing it again here, and you're just pressing it up. See, it's the same motion as the other machine, but this one, you have to add those circle weights onto it. So let me show you what it looks like. So as you can see, there are pounds over here. You could check them out. This is like 5 pounds. We've got 10 pounds, 25, and 45. So those are the type of pounds we have at the gym. 2.5 pounds as well. But basically, you take one of this. You have to put it on both sides. You have one side over here, and then you also can put it on another side over here. So again, this is the incline chest press. If the other one's busy and you want to add a little bit more weight, you can use this machine as well. So the next one would be a decline chest press. You'll find it over here. Same concept. You put the weights here, and then you grab the handle here. So there's no machines in this gym that replicates this other than this one. So you can see over here, it says decline chest press. And what you want to do is, basically, this is how it's going to look like. Again, adjust the seat to your level. And what you want to do is have the handles coming down around your chest level here. If you're too high, bring the seat up a bit more. But right here, because what you're going to do, you're going to be pushing downward. Yeah. So again, you're going to have it here. You're going to push down. So it's kind of, your motion is trying to push. Your chest is coming down like this way. So you can actually feel the contraction on your lower chest down here. So you're working out the outer to lower chest to really get the decline down. So again, you're coming up, your chest is up, and you push down. As you can see, the one that we showed you earlier was a chest press, which pushed straight. The other one, incline, push up at an incline. This is a decline, so you're pushing down this way. And that way you can get your full chest activated. You want to be able to activate all parts of your chest, not just the chest press. You want to be getting the incline and decline as well. So you will be able to implement that in your program.